Hey you, I'm Sarah Turner. I'm a freelance medical copywriter and copywriting mentor. Today I want to talk to you about one of the reasons I became a copywriter, and that is the low startup cost. So when I was looking into different options for becoming location independent, being my own boss, things like that, there are a lot of options out there. And frankly, there are a lot of great ones. So if copywriting is not for you, definitely keep looking. But a lot of them have higher startup costs. You need a couple $1,000s to invest to get started on like a Shopify store, things like that. Copywriting is not that. Has such a low barrier to entry. So let's talk about some of the things you need to get started. First, I really recommend a website. And if you're familiar with like wordpress.org, templates are as cheap as like $60, $50. You can build one yourself. I can't do that. I'm not tech savvy enough. So I really recommend Squarespace because their templates are just beautiful and professional, timeless, and they look amazing. And they're great for somebody like me who is not tech savvy. So many YouTube tutorials to help you through it. It's really, really the best option in my opinion. Also, keep in mind, if you're struggling to build your freelance website, it's a one-time thing. You really just have to struggle through it once. So hang in there. But creating a website on Squarespace is between $200 to $300 per year. So it's really, again, that might sound like a lot when you're first starting out, but that's really affordable. Think about the people who want to start a brick and mortar business and need to have like rent and product and things to fill their shelves with and staff. Like it's, again, all of this really is not that much in the grand scheme of starting a business. So Squarespace, $200 to $300 a year, totally worth it. The next thing you're going to need is your LLC. And this is something that varies state by state. So it can range from like $50 to $520 per year. Where I started mine, which was in North Carolina, it was $50 a year. I will say, I don't know a ton about this, but there are people who there are states, I'm pretty sure Wyoming is one of them, that you can start an LLC and more affordably have a PO box there, and it's cheaper if you happen to be in one of those states that, it's like $500, which is just insane to start a business. And that stands for Limited Liability Corporation. It basically just sets you up as a business and protects you in the unlikely event that you would get sued or something like that. The other thing that I recommend is getting Zoom. So Zoom is great for calls, especially recording calls. You can use the free option up to a point. For example, I think at about 40 minutes, that's as much as you can record, and then you have to pay for it. And that's $15 a month. Then there's Calendly. Calendly is really amazing for having people schedule calls with you on your website. It makes it really seamless. It also integrates with Zoom, which is fantastic, so that you can kind of streamline the process and so that you look really professional. People want to hop on the phone with you and they feel like, oh, this person knows what they're doing. You could potentially skip that, have people email you, put it into your own calendar. But I will say something that you're going to want pretty quickly is the ability to kind of automate things so that you can reduce the amount of administrative work that you have to do. And so Calendly, again, is free to a point. And once you want to have more than, I think, one type of call, like if you want to have 60 minutes and 30-minute calls, then you have to pay $12 a month. So again, $15 a month, $12 a month, still super, super low. The next thing is G Suite. G Suite is if you want to, have a professional looking email, especially if you're going to be cold emailing, where you use your business URL. You could just use Google. You could use your name, copywriter, Gmail to get started, but I really recommend using G Suite. Again, it is between $6 and $25 a month, super low as far as it goes to starting a business, and it will make you look a heck of a lot more professional. Then I really recommend an accounting or an invoicing software, so either FreshBooks or Dubsado. FreshBooks is pretty amazing. That's the one I've been recommending for a long time. A lot of my students have moved over to Dubsado. Dubsado is free for the first 3 clients, which is great because for those first 3 clients, you don't have to worry about, investing any more money in your business. And you can then, when you're starting and you have more than 3 clients, you're hopefully making more money, and then you can pay for the service. FreshBooks is between $14 to $23 a month, depending on how many clients you have, things like that. I think I pay $25 a month for FreshBooks currently, and I have a ton of clients in my FreshBooks account. Again, pretty minimal as far as startup costs go for a business. Then if you're gonna be doing cold emailing, I really recommend hunter.io. And that is free to a point, and then it's $49 a month. But keep in mind, cold emailing is not something you're gonna do forever. So it's something you might do for the first like 3-4 months you're getting started. But it is so worth it in my opinion. So those are basically the only things that you really need. Google Docs is free. There's even dictation software within Google Docs that's free. Loom is free, which I use to record videos and desktop. Then the other thing that I would recommend is obviously books, training, courses, things like that. That's optional though, right? You can definitely choose which ones you can afford, buy, better courses, better books, whatever it is, as you grow and learn. You're also obviously going to need a computer. Most people have that. If you don't, a great option is the Google Chromebook. That's a more affordable computer. And again, keep in mind, you don't need a fancy computer because you really just need a word processor like Google Docs and ability to get the internet. So that's really it. Startup cost for being a copywriter is so low. It's so accessible to so many people. It's one of the reasons I really believe in it. And one thing I want to leave you with is kind of the idea and challenge your mindset a little bit. When a lot of people are starting their first business, they see these costs as something that's cutting into their paycheck. And I think that's a mistake. It's a mistake because really these are an investment in your business to make it run more smoothly so that you can appear and be more professional, so that your processes are streamlined and eventually, you lower your administrative work, and so that you can go after higher paying, higher quality clients. So really, when you think about all of these things, think of them as an investment in your business, not something that's being cut out of your paycheck, because that's a really important distinction. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and of course hit that thumbs up button if you liked it, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.